Hello everyone. So today we'll be discussing the concept of pure and mixed strategy of the game theory. So before we start, let me just briefly explain a couple of terms related to game theory. So basically, pure strategy is nothing but what we have discussed. The concept of saddle point is basically an application of the the pure strategy of game theory. So we'll just brush up the concept of game theory a bit before we get into the pure and mixed strategy. So basically, what game theory is, it is a mathematical model in decision making. So in a game theory, there are like the decision making situation has got three sections. That is the deterministic situation, probabilistic situation, and uncertainty situation. Okay, we had touched it in very brief in the previous video as well. And talking about the terminologies of game theory, there are the concept of players. So generally in a game theory, there are two players. So that is in a game. For example, is player A, player B. So there are which can be player A, player B, player one, player two, it's something like that. But there are two players who deal with it. So two players are basically one is the company or organization or the entity that we are working for, and the other one is competitor. It's something like that. Okay. So the strategy is basically it's generally in a game theory. There are two strategies. It is the course of action taken by a player. So basically, as we have seen previously, so strategy is basically the column sections for the particular strategy. I mean, row for the player that we are working at with, and the column. Each column represents for the competitor. So that is the strategy. So either a single row or a single column. Okay. So PO strategy, the player will select only one strategy and ignore the remaining strategies. So the sum of the probability of the strategy is one. That is for the sum of all the strategies in a PO strategies come as one. So when we'll explain through the type, I mean with an example, it will be more clear. So we'll be doing that I mean as we go on. But just to give a brief essence of what pure strategy is. In a pure strategy, a single strategy is selected and not more than one strategy is selected. So that way, the sum of probability of all the strategy is one, and also the single strategy that is selected will have also one probability. Okay. So in case of mixed strategy, if the player follow more than one strategy, then the player is said to follow mixed strategy. Okay. So basically, the difference between pure strategy and mixed strategy is in a mixed strategy, the player will select a single strategy, whereas in the mixed strategy, the player will select more than one strategy. Okay. So the probability of selection of one individual strategy will always be less than one, but then again the sum of all the strategy will always be one, because as we know that concept of from the concept of probability, that sum of all all probabilities is equal to one. So it is exactly the same thing. So over here, the probability of uh, the sum of the probability of the strategies in pure strategy is one, and individual strategy selection is also one, because like the one that I will be selecting only one strategy, so its probability will be one, and also the sum of all the strategies will be one. That is, all other strategies will become zero. So zero, one, zero, as we saw over here in the example. And in case of mixed strategy, the probability is greater than, I mean, probability sum of all probabilities is one. Sum of the probability of the sum of all strategies is one, whereas for individual probability of a strategy, they will be less than one, because I am selecting multiple number of strategies, not a single one. So the corresponding strategies will be like the probability will differ. Like it will be something. It can be like one half. It can be half and half, one fourth, three fourth, something like that. But every strategy's probability will be less than one in mixed strategy, and the sum will sum it will all the individual probabilities will sum up to one. Okay. So now we'll move on to the next term, that is the payoff matrix. So just a minute. Yeah. So payoff matrix is basically a matrix which shows which graphically represents the outcomes of utilize of implementation of a particular strategy by a single player. So I mean by both the players actually. So it's if a player selects, say for example, in the given example, if a player is selecting the third strategy, player B is selecting the third strategy, and the player A is selecting the first strategy, so then it will be the outcome will be 22. So similarly, if player A selects the third strategy and player B selects the second strategy, the outcome will be 18. So okay, so as we can see that this is based on the row and column concept. The positive value out here means that if the outcome is positive, then player A is at gain, while uh, it's a loss to player B. So basically, positive outcome over here means player A is gaining by that amount, and player B will lose by that amount. Whereas in case of negative outcome, if say for example the this 30 that is over here, if it was minus 30, that is the second self in the uh, first row, sorry, first column. So in that case, if that was minus 30, then they would have uh, lost. Player A would have lost 30, whereas player B would have gained 30. So if the value is negative, it's a loss to player A and a gain to player B. Okay. So now coming on to maximin and minimax principles. Maximin is actually like maximin aims to maximize the uh, minimum guaranteed gain of player A. Okay, so it maximizes the minimum guaranteed gain of player A, whereas minimax principle minimizes the maximum loss of player A. Okay, so whereas maximin maximizes the minimum guaranteed gain, minimax minimizes the maximum loss. Okay, and saddle point is basically the value where minimax value is equal to maximum value, that we already dealt in the previous video. So if you have any confusion related to saddle point or maximum and minimax, you can just refer to the previous video as well. So now moving on to value of game. Okay, so value of game, if the game has a saddle point, then value of the cell at the saddle point is called as the value of the game. So if the game is a saddle point, then because the saddle point means minimax and maximum is equal, so the saddle point itself becomes the value of the game, because you take any of them, it is just the saddle point only. And if the saddle point is not, the game is like, if it's minimax is not equal to maximum, then it's a maximum value. Okay, and now coming on to the two-person zero-sum game. Uh, so in this concept, in a game with two players, if the gain of player one is equal to the loss of player second player, then it is called two-player zero-sum game. Why zero sum? Because the amount magnitude of loss is equal to magnitude of gain. So summing both of the things up, we get zero. So this is the reason. So it's like it's a competition. So if a player A gains by X amount, player B will be making a loss of X amount. So that is the overall concept of two-person zero sum game. So now coming on to the game with pure strategy. Okay, so basically pure strategy is nothing, as I previously said, pure strategy is nothing but the exact same stuff that we did for concept of saddle point. So that is actually an application of pure strategy itself. In a pure strategy, as we previously discussed, that only a single strategy is used by a single player, and hence no, since we don't use multiple probabilities, rather multiple strategies, hence the individual probability of a particular strategy is 1, and I mean any single one is used, so that particular strategy that is used, its probability is 1, others are 0, and sum up the entire sum of all the probability, all the strategies for that player is 1. Okay, so now we'll start with this example. So we need to find the optimal strategy of the player in the following game. Okay, so this is the column, this is the player A and player B, this is the payoff matrix of player A and player B. So as we can see that player A has three strategies, 1 2 and 3. So player B has three strategies, 1 2 and 3. So in case of the well, while we start, we first need to figure out the row minimum and the column minimum, column maximum. Sorry. So for example, for the row minimum, the first row, the minimum value is between 25, 20, and 35. It's 20. And for the second row, it is 45. And for third row, it's 40. Okay. So now moving on to the column minimum, column maximum. That is in column maximum, the value is 58 for the first column. For the second column is 45, and the third column is 55. So now we'll figure out the saddle point. So in case of the minimum value of column max is 45, and the maximum value of row min is 45. So the maximum for row minimum is 45, and the minimax is also 45. So we have a saddle point out here at A2, B2. So the value of the game will be obviously the value at the saddle point. So that is that is 45. And now moving on to optimal strategy. For A1, for A the optimal strategy is 2, that is A2, and for B it's B2. So now for the probability of the optimal strategy, as we can see, we are denoting probability of optimal strategies for A as P1, P2, and P3, and the strategies for B as Q1, Q2, and Q3. So the probability is for A it's 0, 1, 0, because 1 stands for P2. I mean P2's corresponding probability is 1, and for B it's 0, 1, 0. So if you see that for A it has a single probability, and that is probability is 1, and for B also it has a single probability, that is 1, and sum is also equals to 1. So this is a pure strategy because the strategy of a particular uh, like the probability for a particular strategy is 1. Okay, so this is an application of pure strategy. So now we will gradually move on to mixed strategy. So now consider the following payoff matrix with respect to player A and solve optimally. Okay. So with respect to player A, that's why the player A is in the row section, and player B strategy represent the columns. So over here we have two strategies for both the players have two strategy each. So this is the payoff matrix 9, 7, 5, 11. And so in order to figure out whether it's a mixed strategy or a pure strategy, first we need to figure out whether it has a saddle point or not. So we will start with the same process as we did for like the pure strategy one, that is the determination of the saddle point. So for that we need to figure out the row minimum. So 9 and 7, the minimum is 7. 5 and 11, the minimum is 5. Now the column maximum. So column 9 and 5, the maximum is 9, and 7 and 11, the maximum is 11. So now we'll figure out the minimax. That is the minimax is 9 over here, because 9 and 11, and the maximum is 7. So as you can see that there is the maximum and value and the minimax value of the payoff matrix are not equal, and hence the game does not have a saddle point. Okay. So if the game does not have a saddle point, so that means we need to implement mixed strategy over here to solve this problem. And the starting point of the mixed strategy is by figuring out the oddments for row and column uh, values. So in order to figure out the oddments, we are basically oddments are nothing but basically the difference between the two elements. So 9 minus 7, the difference between 9 and 7, that is 2, will be the oddment for next row. So over here we'll now calculate the oddments. So as you can see that these are the oddments. uh, so the difference between 9 and 7 is 2. So that will be the oddment for second row. Okay. So as we can see that there is a shift between the oddments. It's not just the parallel one, it's there's a crisscross concept. So that is how it happens. Now for 5 and 11, the oddment is 6. Okay. So the same thing over here, 9 and 5, thus division is 4. So this 4 will be written below 7 and 11, and 7 and 11's difference is 4. So that will be over here, below 9 and 5. So there is a crisscross concept of writing it. So be very careful about this. It is not 9 minus 7 2. 9 minus 7 2 will be written next to 511 and not in the 970. There is a switch. So be very cautious about this thing because that can impact your values. And now we'll figure out the probability of the corresponding strategies. Okay. So there is a formula for calculating this, and we'll just implement that. So this detailed formula and everything will be provided in subsequent videos. But as of now, since this is a very small problem, we are just implementing it. So the probability of P1 is basically 6 by 6 plus 2. That is the corresponding oddment by sum of the oddments of that column. So 6 by 6 plus 2, that is 3 by 4. Okay, 6 by 8, that is 3 by 4. For probability 2, it is 2 by 6 plus 2, that is 2 by 8, that is 1/4. Okay. Now moving on to the column, the probability of Q1 is 4 by 4 plus 4, that is 4 by 8, that is half, and Q2 is 4 by 4 plus 4, that is 4 by 8, that is equal to half. Okay. So these are the corresponding probabilities. For P1 it's 3/4, for P2 it's 1/4, and for Q1 is 1/2, and for Q2 it's half. Okay. So now we'll go to the value of the game. Okay. So value of the game is this is the particular formula for finding the value of the game for mixed strategy. That is 9 into 6 plus 5 into 2. So 9 into its oddment. I'm going for via the column. So 9 into 6 by 5 into 9 into 6 plus 5 into 2 divided by 6 plus 2. Okay. So basically the corresponding rows, uh, the corresponding column values with their oddments, I have multiplied them and the sum of the oddments of that column. So this is how we have calculated using column 1. But if we use any other permutation combination, it will also give the same value. So we have just tested the same over here. You need not do these 3 steps. You can select using one only. So 64 by 8, that is 8. So now we are just implementing the other one, that is we are using the other column. 7 into 6 plus 11 into 2 divided by 6 plus 2, that will also give me 64 by 8, that is 8. Now going into the row, 9 into 4 plus 7 into 4 by 4 plus 4, that is 64 by 4, 8 again, that is giving me 8. 5 into 4 plus 11 into 4 divided by 4 plus 4, that is also 64 by 8 equals to 8. So as you can see that all the strategies value of the game is coming as 8. Now hence the strategy for player 1 will be P1 comma P2, that is 3/4 comma 1/4, and value of strategy for B is Q1 comma Q2, that is half comma half, and the value of the game is 8. So as you can see that for the mixed strategy, as I previously explained, that the probability of individual players will be always equal to for individual strategy it will be less than 1, and the sum of all the strategies will be equal to 1. So as we can see, 3/4 plus 1/4 is equal to 1, and half plus half equals to 1, but individual probabilities are less than 1, so it's a mixed strategy. Okay. So that's all that we had to discuss in this class. So thank you.